Hey people, Anthony, Fourby4diesel Sundays. We're going to show you how to solve an emergency situation of a tap like this that won't turn off. It's probably because the washer's gone to pieces, just like that. Hey people, Fourby4diesel Sundays. It's not Sunday though, but when you've got a leaking tap washer, you need to change it. Now, have a look at the old one, we've already got it out. What happens is they get old, they go to pieces. Some people say people over tighten them down, but what happens is they deteriorate, and then when they don't work as well, people tighten them down more, and then it gets worse. But if anyone made a decent washer, that'd be good, because these is one of those meant to be awesome top quality fixer tap ones. We've used those. I'll get you some of the other old ones we've used before as well. There's another one of those. There's an old one. Is that one of those? Or I'll show you the other ones we got here, and we'll get into some detail of how to change the tap washer. In case I haven't seen, we've got these ones. These go bad as well. The best one so far is, this Deuced one. We've got one of these going in one of the taps at the moment, and they seem to be going all right, so we'll see how that goes. I've got a selection here of which ones to use. We're going to be honest, the old El Cheapo plastic ones seem to be one of the best, and what you've got to understand is it's just a maintenance item. So first thing you do is, obviously, you need, as bad as it sounds, right, you just need an adjustable wrench or a shifter, whatever you want to call it, to remove that nut carefully without rounding it off. You could probably get a socket the right size, but that's not what plumbers do. Then you lift off your handle, okay? Then you've got your cover, which you just use your grippy hands to undo. It's just plastic, just be careful of that. See the thread, it just screws basically over the top of the spindle, right? I'm not a plumber, but they call this the spindle. That screws on that bit there. And then you've got this bit of thread here that screws in to here, and there's a washer there to help that seal. But what we've got to do at the moment, we've got a little bit of water flowing. Maybe the meter's not off all the way, but hopefully nobody turns it on. So what's left of the seal is still in there. We need to get that out. Mitch, you've got a light there that you can, let's try and shine the light straight in there and see if we can, yeah, look at that, right? That works, doesn't it, right? So what we need to do is to get that out. So we need to get a pick or something. We're in a house. So in a house, that means a knife or a fork. So when the missus isn't looking, you go to the kitchen sink and you grab a knife or a fork, and that's what we're going to clean that out. Right, Mitch. The other thing we got here as well is a special tool to clean up that surface if needed. It's probably something you should do, but I think you need to be really careful of this. But what it does, it cleans up the seat at the bottom, because basically what happens is, you know, plumbers are plumbers, thanks to the awesome plumbers, but the ones that are not so awesome, no thanks. But look, what happens is this seat here, it obviously seats down in the bottom there. It's brass, it's hard, but if you get a bit of corrosion and rough surface down in there and it's not flat, when this seat's against it, it's not going to leak. But what happens, these do deteriorate, the rubber deteriorates. This one looks like it's been used before, secondhand $2.50, cheaper for you. Anyway, you can get, eventually they deteriorate, they get cracks, then you tighten it more and then it cracks more, and then it's all over Red Rover. So we're going to get to, it's as simple as that to change a washer. We're going to go to the kitchen, get a knife and fork. We're going to clean that out. Then we're going to inspect it, and we'll add in other important bits of the video to let you know. Bada bing, bada boom. And everyone's going, mate, just get flick mix as well. You know what? We sort of went with the old style. We liked it. This is over 15 years ago. And if I had my time again, of course, we'll put the flick mixer in. But at this point, it's not really it's not that hard to turn a tap on. You know, there's bigger problems in the world, so we're not too worried about it. We're just trying to help you guys, show you how to change your washer, and add a bit of bonus info in there. Which washers work best, because I seem to be doing this again every few years. Just to give you an idea, you know, I keep a bit of, you know, spare stuff in stock. So I've got a spare spindle. Like I said, we've got the tool. We've even got the old, these have been used a number of times. Plumbers will typically use a really big shifter. Anyway, that's cool, no problem, whatever. You know, there's just a few rough plumbers out there. I just go, you know, like, you know, get some tools. I mean, isn't this what you do? I mean, there's not that many tools to do some pipe work. We've got to do a whole car, and we've got all the tools for that. Anyway, look at that washer. It's mincemeat, right? And that's obviously what's happened to this one. But we've got a collection of all sorts of different washers here to choose from. You can see the used one. I might try one of these flat ones, because I don't actually know. I haven't got the package for that one. Right? We've got these. These are the standard ones, right? Okay, Fixer Tap is the brand, but that's these. I reckon these could be one of the, not bad. These are Fixer Tap as well. Where's the packaging for that one? Let me see. Probably these ones or something like that. Soft turn, right? So, I don't know, it's one of those. And then, you know, so we've got a whole heap of them here. And of course, we've got Teflon tape in stock. We're going to choose a valve. Keep some valves in stock. It's as simple as this to change. Okay, let's get cleaning. Mate, can you hold the torch, mate? What do you think this is? A bloody disco? Hold it still over the job, would you? What is it with kids and torches? No, we're just joking around. It was a bit like that, but anyway, you can see I've already had a bit of a play with it, and all the bits are sort of broken up. It's good that we've got a bit of water flowing because it's going to push any debris outwards towards us. So I'm just going to get that, I promise you, mate, She's going to take one of the kids to school, so I can get in the kitchen. All right, let's get this done before she gets back, okay? Okay, look at all those bits we retrieved out of there. We know it's clean because we've got water flowing. It's like a fountain. It's like a spring out in Central Australia, It's just not a hot spring. Lucky it's a cold spring. Okay, so we're not too worried about the mess outside the hole at the moment where this wash is going to go. We're just looking inside. See the surface on top there? We want to have a good look at that and a good feel of that. I don't think we need to resurface it. I haven't put my finger in there yet. I'm about to do that. If it's clean, then we sit a new washer in the spindle and back together she goes. Okay, Mitch just asked me, how do you know if the washer's broken like this? I said the tap leaks. Or just do maintenance and go and change them every few years, whatever, depending how long they last. When one starts to leak, just go do the whole house, 10 washers, whatever it is, depends how big your house is, I don't know. But that is smooth, there's no damage. I'm not mucking around wasting time putting any tools down there. I'm just using this water that's flowing to give everything a bit of a little clean up. Plumbers wouldn't do that. Most plumbers wouldn't, I should say. I know there's a few good plumbers watching. I know there's better plumbers than me watching because I'm not a plumber, so that wouldn't be hard. But you know what? Mate, all right, let's go. Let's get this new one in there. The bonus tip is you've got to open the tap, screw it, but don't go too far, but screw it back a little bit so that you're not trying to tighten this down with the washer pushing down on the seat. So back it off a couple of turns at least. And the other thing to think about is sometimes these wear out because they get dry. You've got to be careful of all the soap and the toothpaste going down the handle here, down here, because it runs straight down in the guts there and gets in that inner thread. So what you need to do, you can pull them apart, clean them up, and put Molykote in there. That's what I've done previously. See there, you can see that lubricant keeps all the water out, keeps it all lubricated. I use Molykote, it works. The thing still turns good. In previous years, these are the original spindles. Previously, they were all seizing up, causing all sorts of problems, but looks like we've solved that problem. Okay, for the record, we've used this yellow, but flat on the end washer. We'll see how that one goes, because look, if I've used these, I haven't used them much till recently. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put that one in. So I've got the original washer sitting on there. It's just like a fibre washer of some sort. I'm going to drop the spindle down the hole like that in the washer. And just pretty easy not to get it cross-threaded, but make sure you don't get it cross-threaded. It's going to push a bit of water out the tap because for whatever reason, we do have a bit of flow, right? So this washer stops water leaking out here. So if you've got a leak out here, you've got a problem with that washer there. Okay, again, the plumber's way to do things is you just get the shifter and you just go like that, basically. I mean, you don't need to get crazy on it because you'll just make it hard to get off next time. That's probably about it. When you turn your water on, check for leaks. It's probably a good time to turn the water on now if you're just going to do the one. And at the moment, I haven't got a lot of time. I'm just solving the problem because, like I said, this can happen in an emergency situation or you need to call a plumber, or you keep these basic tools and you can watch this video and learn stuff and learn to do it yourself because you can't always get a plumber in an emergency. So turn the water back on now, clean it up, check for leaks. Then all we would need to do is, let's do it in reverse order, screw this cover back on like that. Where's the tap end? Where's everything gone? All right, this goes on top like that. And then, of course, and the job's done. Now we just need someone to turn the water on, please. And we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to put that on properly, tighten that up, and let's see what happens. Now, I'm not the cleaning department, but I guarantee, like your vehicles, that I will leave it just as clean or cleaner than it was before. This one was certainly due for a clean. We're all busy, and I'm sure you've seen worse. When you turn your taps off, just softly like that is what should work. Don't over-force them because that's going to cause premature wear. So basically, just take note when you turn your taps on and off. These are soft stop washers. That's why I'm not changing that one. It would have been done before. This one, same thing. This is the one we just changed. Just turn it off till it stops like that. Look, there's a whole heap more. I'm going to do it for the demo. You're just going to start squashing that rubber and damaging it, okay? So don't do that. Just go like that. Just nicely till it stops dripping. If you've got to keep applying more and more, that will be the case as it beds in. But if it gets to the point a few years down the track and you're tightening it, okay, there's a drip, so we're going to just nip it a little bit more. I don't know which one it is, but these are even. Generally, the hot one is the one that gets used anyway. So once the cold's in its off position, it'll just stay there. But either way, materials are going to deteriorate over years. Hopefully this has helped you. If you liked it, hit the like button. You know, we're a 4x4diesel mechanical channel, but we've got a lot of information and we like to help. So hopefully you just learned how to change a washer, because like I said, one day you might find yourself tap dripping, and the more you tighten it to shut it, close the tap, shut the tap, turn off the tap, whatever you want to call it, you are shutting that valve, the more you'll break up that rubber and you will not be able to turn it off. You'll have to go out to your meter and shut it off there, or some other isolation valve you may have, depending where you are. And you'll need to do this, or you'll need to get a plumber. And if you can't get one, then you'll be waiting a while to turn your water on. Once again, thanks for watching. Hope that helps. See ya.